What's happening, teammates? Figured I'd put out a video right before work. You know what I'm saying? Draft rankings, pre-draft rankings posted last night. Uh, you guys were demanding them. I really do believe that waiting as long as I did to post them has fucked my team because everyone decides to get fucking hurt. Oh Jesus! So anyway, right before work, got some time. Figured I'd surprise you guys with an exciting video. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order according to CBS team name. Just go down the rosters. It's easier to speak it out than type it up for me. So first and foremost, fuck coronavirus. It's fucking everything up, including the markets. Sorry about y'all's 401ks. They're probably shit now. Um, you can thank the media. Anyway, Caleb Reyes, your Acuna's long swing. To some folks may disagree. Anyway, we talked about a little bit about how your team is going with the young route with Bo Bichette, Pete Alonso, Keston Hira. Obviously, um, rookies last year. All three had, especially Pete Alonso, had an amazing year. Will he be able to keep it up? We don't know. That's the risk that you're running with. LeMahieu had obviously a phenomenal year, but that could be an outlier. We don't know. Brantley, can he stay healthy? Canna is everyone's freaking sleeper pick of the year right now. Very well, maybe, I don't know. And then Cattell Marte broke on scene last year, and then his value skyrocketed with the addition of Starling Marte and everything like that. Pitcher side, it's interesting. Lucas Giolito obviously was phenomenal, great waiver wire pickup, and then you have the other great waiver wire pickup with Rue. Hate Rue. He's in Toronto. He's going to get pelted. Sonny Gray was phenomenal last year. Will his curveball be able to do the same thing this year? We don't know. Blake Snell, he's obviously always injury prone, but shit, everyone's injury prone nowadays. And then Erod. Overall, great team. A lot of risk here with a lot of these young players and injury prone players. If it works out, great. If not, you may be looking in the middle of the road. Obviously, we still have a draft to go. If draft goes well, definitely could be a top 4 team in the league, especially with some of these young guys if they produce. But nonetheless, great team on paper. We'll just see if these young cats can continue to improve and these pitchers can first off stay healthy. Jesus, Snell, Ruse, Gray, Giolito, like I feel like they're always hurt. Not only stay healthy, but can they produce? So, all in all, not a bad squad. We'll see what the draft does for you. Next, Acuna season, aka Derek Mann. If my Wi-Fi wants to work, there he goes. So not many keepers, but the keepers he decided to keep were obviously phenomenal. Leading the way, obviously, is Garrett Cole, Alex Bregman, Ronald Acuna, Jose Trash Bang, Altuve, fuckhead. Great squad. Not many players, but great squad. Obviously, $55 for Cole is a lot of money, but he's arguably SP1, so why not? Clevenger and Glasnow fill that other 2 spots in the rotation. Pretty solid. If Clevenger and Glasnow both can stay healthy, and then I mean, watch out, it's a 3-headed monster. Then you got Matt Olson at first base, who looked like he never even hurt his wrist last year. It was phenomenal. All in all, a great team. I mean, a great start to a team at least. It's hard to rank you higher than what you are just because you only have 7 keepers and we have a roster of 22 players. So you draft 15 players. The draft is important for you. You have a great, like I said, great start. We'll just see what happens with the draft. Nothing really else to say. I mean, we'll see how the lack of trash banging will affect Altuve and Bregman, but as well as the hit by pitches that they're going to receive this year, you'd really hate to see if one of those players got hurt by a pitch. You just pray to God that doesn't happen. Next, Bauer Play, aka Will Henson, practically kept his entire roster. We'll see how that goes for him. Has $222 to spend at the draft, which is just nuts. To fill, fill 7 spots. That's crazy. I'm not going to list all the keepers, but I mean, some of the standouts: Ozzie Albies, Trey Turner, and Juan Soto make up his offense. The rest of his offense is kind of hit or miss. Max Kepler's phenomenal. David Dahl, God, he's hurt every year. Matt Chapman will get hot and then cool down, and then get hot and cool down. Danny Santana plays every single position in baseball. He had a great year last year, but this is the only good year he's had. Will he be able to continue that? I don't know. Marcus Semien was one of the best shortstops, if not the best shortstop in baseball, fantasy-wise, last year. Obviously, I don't think he's going to score the 613 points he scored last year. How big of a step back will he take? So his offense, and then he's keeping Kyle Tucker, which is a lot of people's sleeper pick, and then Drew Waters. Obviously, everyone knows who Drew Waters is. Pitcher side, this is where his bread and butter is. Keeping Flaherty, Buehler, Paddock is big. Well, they're all young. Buehler, I think, is a top 4 pitcher this year. Flaherty, his second half was just unreal. Will he be able to keep that going? And then Chris Paddock, a little bit of an inning limit last year. Will he have one this year? We don't know. People are saying no, but really don't know. Brandon Woodruff, Jose Barrios fill out the rest of his pitching staff. Barrios, God, he's he's good and then he's bad, and then he's good and he's bad. Similar to Matt Chapman. What Barrios are we going to get this year? Is it going to be a full, complete year? Is it going to be first half's great, second half's a dud? We don't know. Brandon Woodruff, one of those sparps. He's a great player to put in that RP spot. He's going to get a lot of starts with Milwaukee. He may be Milwaukee's best pitcher, considering they do not have a staff. The Brewers are going to suck this year, which is great news. Anyway, he has $222 to spend on 7 players. So you might as well just pencil in Trout and Scherzer on his roster right now, because I don't think anyone else can contend with him with this much money. Fuck you, Henson. We love you. Next is Colonel Xanders, which happens to be J.P. Hogan. Not a bad squad. He has 11 keepers. He has 3 big names, and the rest are kind of 3 big offensive names and 1 big pitcher, and the rest are praying that they will do well. Hell, 3 of his players are taking up $88 of his $99 he kept, and that's Blackmon, Bogarts, and Donaldson. Donaldson's going to be in a great spot in Minnesota. A lot of power there, a lot of good hitters there. He may be able to, if he can continue to do what he did in Atlanta last year, he's going to be phenomenal. Bogarts was phenomenal too. Obviously, losing Bookie's going to hurt, but he should still be well. Blackmon, if he stays in Colorado all year, yeah, he's going to do his thing. If not, then his splits aren't very good. The rest of his offense is pretty shitty, not going to lie. Will Smith, Yuli Gurriel, who can't do anything without any trash cans. Brandon Lau, Luis Robert, who obviously prospect. Everyone's high on him this year. And then Mike Tauchman. Shitty. Pitching-wise, Casey Mize is not going to play this year. You can keep him all you want. So you have 2 pitchers that are going to have a shot at pitching this year. Zach Gallen, which, hell, everyone's kind of writing him off right now, which is strange. He was phenomenal in Miami. And now going to Arizona. I don't see how Mike Leake beats him out for that 5th spot, but if that's what happens, then you hate to see it, JP. Last but not least, Aaron Nola. Terrible year last year. He had the innings, he just did not produce with the statistics. Will he be able to turn that around? A lot of people think so, but he's also injured. He says he's injured. I don't know what happened. He's going to start Friday, whatever. So nonetheless, draft is going to be huge for him. Looks like you got 3 starters on your offense, and the rest are bench players, besides Will Smith. Obviously, he's going to be a catcher, and Luis Robert. But the rest can, honestly, I don't know why you even kept him. And then Casey Mize is a good keeper, but he's just not going to play this year. I'd be shocked if he does pitch this year. And Zach Gallen, Aaron Nola, I would have kept him too. Not bad. Draft's important for everyone, obviously. So next, make cornerstones great again. You got Mr. McInerney. We put him towards the bottom, number 11 in the pre-draft rankings. And looking at the roster, pitching staff is Buns. You got Sixto Sanchez, AJ Puck, Josh Hader, Dustin May, Kyle Hendricks. Yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of money in pitching there, brother. The rest, Josh Hader for $15 is an interesting keeper considering he's a relief pitcher. I don't know if he'll be the closer. If he is, how many opportunities will he have to save games in Milwaukee this year? I don't know. But Dustin May looks like I don't know. No one knows what's going to go on in LA. There's so many damn pitchers out there. I don't know. If Julio Urias continues to peg people in the fucking mouth, throw him out. Get Dustin May in there. Kyle Hendricks is a safe play. He's going to burn people away with his 84-mile-an-hour heater. You got A.J. Puck, which right now we don't know what's going on with him. He could start throwing soon. He's going to be on an innings limit. I've heard 120 innings. Then Sixto Sanchez, I don't think is going to play this year. So, not good. Offensively, got 3 studs with Vlad, Lindor, and obviously Yelich. Yelich is being kept for $2, which is just fucking crazy. Oh, man. Then you got Brian Reynolds, Jose Abreu, and Alex Verdugo. Yeah, you're going to need some help with Yelich, Lindor, and Guerrero. Will Vlad be able to produce the way everyone thought he was going to produce? We don't know. Lindor is amazing. Can't wait for him to put on that Cincinnati Red jersey towards the trade deadline. Bring that inevitable championship to Cincinnati, hopefully. Probably not going to happen. We'll lose to someone. Then Yelich obviously is going to be a bomb. All in all, not a bad team, not a good team. That's why there's no pitching. There's just 0 pitching, and this is a pitching league. So that's why you're ranked so low. If you go out there and draft and get some stud pitching, I mean, you very well could make a run for the playoffs again. Your infamous 10-10 season that you like to have. So next is Mamba 824 RIP. We miss you, Kobe. We're looking at my fucking Wi-Fi ones. Andy. So we ranked him. Where did we rank you, Andy? We put you somewhere. Yeah, number 7. Wow. I guess the tanking strategy worked. Number 7 overall. Yeah, you got a lot of young guys. You got Devers, Tatis, Eloy, Austin Meadows, and then you get to keep Big Bat Mookie Betts, and you got Jorge Soler, who was amazing last year, and then Victor Robles. So great offense. I think Tatis is a little overvalued right now. We'll see what ends up happening with him. Devers was obviously great. Austin Meadows, Eloy Jimenez, both came on strong last year. Lots of young talent. And then Mookie obviously is one of the best outfielders in baseball. Gets to pair him up with Bellinger, which is just nuts in LA. Pitching wise, you're gonna need a lot of help. Mike Minor is a good start, especially for only $1. Sean Newcomb being RP eligible is big. We'll just see what role he ends up having in Atlanta. And then Brendan McKay, Mackenzie Gore. We don't know. We may see Gore later on towards the end of the season. It all depends on what San Diego's plan of action is. And then Brandon McKay, we saw him a little bit last year. We'll see him more this year too. I don't know. Not a bad team. I like the offense. Fill in with some more established players. I feel like, and then it's obviously pitching. I think everyone needs pitching besides Henson. And you're set. You can make a run. You can turn that 4-16 around and maybe make a run for the playoffs. What do you know? Next is Mr. Kurt Webster, Vonage guy himself, pitiful Pittsburgh prospects. Spin nutting, win nutting. Gotta love the Pirates. Fuck them. He probably won't watch this for probably 2 weeks later anyway because you know how he responds to everything. Gary Sanchez, Josh Bell, Tommy Edman, Chris Bryant, Polanco, Ozuna, and Escobar. Not a bad team. Bryant and Sanchez and Bell are great, are solid keepers, especially at their price. Bell only being $1. Tommy Edman's interesting this year. He's multi-position eligible. Could be a really good player. Jorge Polanco, as long as he stays off those PEDs, he's going to be good. He had a great year last year. He's a good, solid shortstop. And he's in an amazing lineup now. God, Minnesota's hit so many home runs this year. Ozuna's in Atlanta. If he can do what kind of Donaldson did, I mean, solid, especially only $2. Escobar was amazing last year. I don't think he's going to produce the way he produced last year. So, expect some steps back. Pitching wise, Bieber and Morton kind of had that rotation. Montez and Joe Musgrove are two really solid keepers for their price. Not a bad rotation to start out. I mean, top four going into the draft. I mean, if Kurt can create that handwritten list again or typed up list, whatever he did last year for the draft, it worked out for mid playoffs to everyone's belief. Yeah, if Kurt goes in there and can get some solid talent, avoid the Pirates players, can make some noise. Way to go, Kurt. We'll see what happens. Next is Papa on that grill, or Zachy Fat Snacks, as everyone's referring to him nowadays in the group me. Ranked him. What did we rank him? Number 8, right? Yeah, number 8 overall. Had a great year last year. Saw into the hands of me in the semifinals of the playoffs. Hate to see it. His offense is not a fan. Don't like it. Yeah, you got Mitch Garver, Rhys Hoskins, Cavan Biggio. If I'm using Cavan, Cavan, I don't fucking know. Damn it. Mike Moustakas, Andrew Benintendi, Starling Marte, Nelson Cruz, and Austin Riley. I think the best player in this group is probably Nelson Cruz. He's going to bomb in Minnesota. I mean, he's going to just destroy as long as he can stay healthy. Marte does not fit well for a points league. He's in a good spot in Arizona. I just don't like him in a points league. Benintendi just sucks. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He had that great first year, and then last year was just a dud. He's not even hitting for average anymore. I don't know what his problem is. I just don't like him. Moustakas feels a good spot in Cincinnati. I feel like he's gonna get you your 400, 450 points as long as he stays healthy. Biggio's an interesting spot. Toronto's an interesting spot. A lot of young guys with Biggio, Bichette, and Vlad. It's a fun team this year. Could be really well. Rhys Hoskins, God, fuck, he was terrible, awful last year. Strikes out 30-something% of the time. He's gonna hit bombs, but he has to fix a lot of things too. Mitch Garver was great last year. I don't think he's gonna be nearly as good this year. Who knows? I don't get paid for this, so he very well could be well. Pitching wise, Strasburg is phenomenal. Trevor Bauer, I like what he's doing this offseason. Even better that he's in Cincinnati. Dallas Keuchel fits in a good spot in Chicago. The White Sox. He gets to play the Royals and the Tigers however many times. So that's always fun. The AL Central is just terrible besides Minnesota. Cleveland's not bad, but having Keuchel in Chicago is fun. And then Ian Anderson, probably not going to see him till later in the season if we even do. And then Zach Plesac. It's an interesting keeper for Cleveland. I like him, especially for only $2. I feel like he could do well. All in all, you're going to need a lot more firepower on the offensive side. Pitching side's not a bad start with Bauer and Strasburg. Still going to need a lot more help. Especially you have $200 to spend at the draft. Yeah, you have to go all in for some hitters because, I mean, a lot of these guys who are going to rely on that did not have good years last year, like Benintendi and Rhys Hoskins. And we don't know what Biggio is going to do. Austin Riley was fucking terrible last year after his surge. Can he get those strikeouts managed? We don't know. Not bad, Papa, or Zachy Fat Snacks. We'll see. I'm excited for the draft at your place. Hopefully you're on that grill this year. Next up is number 3 in the rankings, Mr. Mihal. Good solid team, similar to Henson's. He's keeping 15 players, so he gets 7 draft picks in the draft. He has $202 to spend on it, so Henson has a little bit more. But I don't know. Obviously, we ranked him number 3, but his squad's not bad. We got this 3-headed monster is Javi Baez, Joe Ram, and then Bellinger. Mancini, we don't know what the hell's going on with him right now. It's kind of interesting. He may be out. I don't know. He may have coronavirus for all fucking we know. Who knows? Maybe out for a little bit. Aquino's going to start out in AAA, I imagine, considering he's the only Reds outfielder with options. Chris with a K, Davis was abysmal last year. Will he be able to get back on track? I don't think he will. And then Gavin Lux, he's gonna be a stud in LA if he gets the playing time that he's supposed to get. All in all, offense is a great start. I mean, you can't go wrong with Bellinger at $4. Probably the second best value out there behind Yelich. And then Javi's gonna be Javi. I mean, he's crushing it this spring. And then you got Joe Ram, who started out terrible. Second half was amazing. I like him to get back on track this year. Pitching wise, he practically already has a full rotation. I mean, shit, he doesn't. He already has eight pitchers. And he doesn't need many more. Led by Castillo and Darvish. Darvish's second half was amazing. Castillo had a great year. Kind of fell off towards the second half, towards the very end of the season. But I mean, that's playing for a team that wasn't competing. I understand. Max Fried's a great keeper. I like him a lot going into this year. Luzardo's going to be a blast to watch. I think he's the Chris Paddock for this year. And then Matthew Boyd, as long as he doesn't give up 9 million home runs this year, I feel like he can get back on track. And it doesn't look good considering he gets to play Minnesota a lot. Don't start him when he's playing Minnesota, Mijo, unless you don't mind giving up tons of home runs. And then Kenta Maeda, Josh James, which now looks good. Josh James may have an outside shot to make the damn rotation with Verlander going down. Yarborough's a great spark. He's obviously in Tampa. I mean, for $1, and he's projected to score 352 points. Can't go wrong there. Solid team. Draft's going to be important. I like him to go head to head with Henson for Trout and Scherzer. I mean, if Mihal can land either one of those guys, that really boosts his chances to make the playoffs. Not even make the playoffs, but make a run for the championship. I mean, watch out for Mihal, the newcomer. He's crushing it. Next up, Mr. Big Mike Willard. Terrible year last year, tied for last with Andy, but his keepers actually are pretty good. Looking through his roster, I was honestly surprised. Really mad that he kept Castellanos for $18 was really wanting him this year, and considering Mr. Willard does not trade, that means Castellanos is on his team for the whole entire year. The worst part about this is seeing who he's keeping, and it's like, damn it, no one else can have him this year because he doesn't trade. Rendon for 24 is an amazing value. Suarez for 6 is amazing as well. Then you got Tim Anderson, who seems to piss everyone off with his bat flips, but I love it. And then Adam, Mr. Injured Eaton. What do you know? He's injured again. God, he's always fucking hurt. He's not even running at 100%. What a bitch. Then you got Schwarber and Simmons. Then Edwin Encarnacion. Pretty good team. Pretty good keeper. I mean, Simmons is terrible. He's projected 425 points. I'll be shocked if he breaks 400 points this year. Kyle Schwarber, if he gets the PT, I mean, he's not going to play against any left-handers. So I mean, I don't know. He's a hard one to start in this kind of format, considering the lineups lock weekly. Pitching wise, he kept Robbie Ray and Mike Soroka. Soroka was phenomenal last year. He's not going to get you a lot of strikeouts, tons of ground balls. He's a good baseball player. I just don't think he's not the best fantasy player because he's not going to get you those strikeouts that everyone else can get. Robbie Ray, though, complements that. Robbie Ray obviously can strike out a shit ton of people, but he's wild as fuck, and he's hurt often. If he can kind of get back on track, he can be well. But it all comes down to the draft, and as we know it, Willard doesn't really draft that well. Alcohol can kind of play a factor in that, whether it's falling asleep or just leaving the area and someone else happened to finish this draft, or and considering we don't do auto draft because he fucked us all in football. So we'll see what happens. I don't like his chances, but I don't know. He needs some help if he wants to get back to where he was. Next up is preseason number 2, reigning champion. It would be me, Commissioner. I like my squad. I liked him a lot better about a week and a half ago. Now everyone's just fucking getting hurt. Willie Calhoun obviously took a pitch from Julio Urias off the mouth. Lost half his mouth. But he's getting reevaluated in 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens there. Aaron Judge. Finally, the Yankees were able to diagnose a broken rib. Why it took them over 7 months to figure that out baffles me. JD Martinez, please God, stay healthy. And then Jeff McNeil, Gleyber Torres, I like them both. Yordan Alvarez, that's amazing how, what is he, 21 or something, left knee soreness. Probably not going to get any outfield time this year, which is shitty. So he's going to just chill in my utility. Then Franmil Reyes for $1. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I lose $1. Then I'm keeping 2 minors with Wander Franco, who obviously won't play this year, and then Joe Adele, which may see him later on. 2 pitchers, 2 of the best 4 pitchers in baseball, in fantasy at least. At least it was prior to this past weekend. Verlander, obviously going down with a mild lat strain. We don't know what the hell that means. could be out. I don't know. I probably don't expect him to come back until May. I don't know, just to be Debbie Downer. And then Jacob DeGrom, please God stay healthy. If I lose him, I'm really fucked. So draft's going to be important. I'm going to need a lot more pitching. I'm going to need some more hitters, obviously, because my team just keeps getting fucking hurt. I like my chance to make another run. Obviously, being the only 3-time champ in the league, trying to make it number 4, pull away from the rest of the pack. But it's going to be tough this year. Everyone's getting smarter. Everyone's getting better. And that's what we love about this league. So last but not least, Mr. Deadass last in the draft ranking, pre-draft rankings, Mr. Connor King. His team is so bad. Oh, JT Realmuto is the only highlight on his offense. Daniel Vogelbach, Shin-Soo Choo, Shin-Soo Choo was great last year, but he's only $1. I see why you kept him, but it's just funny to see his name. And then Yohan Moncada, who's just signed big deal. I do like Yohan Moncada. But that's it. So a lot of offense left to be drafted. Then pitching-wise, Michael Kopech. Will we see him this year? Probably. He's not going to play much. Lance Lynn was amazing last year. I don't think he's going to be able to do what he did last year. But especially in Texas's new ballpark. Well, I don't know. He may be able to keep the ball in play. We'll see what happens. I don't like his chances to replicate. I mean, he's only projected 357. He scored 539 last year. That's a 200-point drop. That's phenomenal. And then Zach Greinke in Houston. I mean, I see why you kept him for $41. Pitching is important in this league. So, but for $41 for old man Greinke is interesting. All in all, pretty shitty team. You're going to have to rely heavily on the draft. Hopefully you're doing your research to be able to compete this year. If not, it's going to be a long year. But you have the players to trade if you want to make some moves for 2021. I mean, Moncada for $3. If you wanted to make a move for him, you probably get some good talent. Realmuto for $4. I mean, I'm not counting you out, but I'm counting you out. We'll see what happens with the draft for you. But there's a rundown on all the teams. Obviously, the draft is, 2 weeks from Saturday? No, a week from Saturday, excuse me. So pretty excited. I'm ready to get out on the golf course. Hopefully Philly has locked in tee times. He always says, I got this, guys. I got this. We'll see if he actually has this. But yeah, just wanted to throw out a little quick video. It's not quick. It's about a 30-minute video, but hopefully y'all find time to listen to this. Like I said, it's just a quick breakdown of everyone's roster, what I think. Obviously, I'm not a fantasy analyst by any means, but it's fun to just talk shit to all y'all. So, but stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Cough in your elbow. Oh, Jesus. Just blown out of proportion. Fulton County Schools closing. Lucky you, Kurt. But, no, I'm excited. Excited to see you guys next Saturday. Philly hosting it, playing some golf. Team Kidner's going to reign again. I mean, what's new? I feel like I win every year in this. I'm 2-0 in the golf outing, yeah. So, pretty excited for it. But yeah, anyone else want to comment back with another video? I mean, let's keep this train going. I wouldn't mind doing videos more often. It's easier for me to sit down and do a video and talk my thoughts than write it all down. And by no means am I a writer. So, but yeah. Hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday, great rest of your week. Continue to plan for this draft. It's gonna be a fun one. On to our 7th or 8th year in this league. It's awesome. It's pretty fun to talk to other people about too. People are jealous of our league, and I love it. So I love you guys. Have a good day. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and until next time.